Hi, this is Dr. Mary Ayers, and on this video, I'm going to give you an introduction to a great stress relief technique called tapping, also known as EFT or emotional freedom techniques. So I thought I'd begin by introducing you to the points that we're going to be using on the body, and then I will actually take you through a process where you can have the experience and learn how to use it. So we're going to begin by tapping on what we call the karate chop, which is the side of the hand. It's on the baby finger side. It's right here on the side of the hand, just like you'd make a karate chop. And we're going to be tapping here. I like to use all four fingers so that I get the whole breadth of the hand here. We're going to be tapping here when I say tap on the karate chop spot. We will then move to the points on the body. And the very first one is the eyebrow point. Now the eyebrow point is on either side. You can do this way if you want to. It's a bilateral system. These points are the same as these points. I like to use my dominant hand, so I tend to go down this side of my body with the two fingers. I like to use two fingers, and we would tap at what is called the eyebrow point. From there, we would follow this ridge around to the side of the eye. You can feel the bony ridge right under my finger here. This is called the side of the eye. Again, you just continue taking this all the way around to the point under the under eye point. Then the next point is under the nose. It's under the nose, above the lip, right in here. Again, two fingers, it just doesn't matter. And then the chin point. Now the chin is below the lip and above the chin. And again, I'd be using two fingers here. And then we move to the collarbone. Now the collarbone is right underneath the collarbone here. A couple of ways that you can do this. You can actually take a fist and you can kind of tap here. You can take the whole hand and you can get both sides. You're tapping both of these. You can do it this way as well. And now you're going to go up to the underarm point. The underarm is about the width of your hand under the arm. It's right on the side of the body, and you would be tapping there. And then finally, we'd go up to the top of the head where I'm going to tap in this fashion, just all around the top of the head. Questions I often get are, how many times do I need to tap? How hard do I need to tap? You don't need to be hard with your tapping. I think of it as like drumming your fingers on the desk. There is a little bit of pressure there, but you're not hurting yourself. And the amount of times won't matter because you'll be doing it the whole time while you're making a statement. And so as you move from one statement to the next, you'll just move to the next point around the body. Okay, so now let's put it into action. Now that you know, we want to start with a problem, an issue that we want to be working on, something that you're going to focus on. And so you're going to tune into your body and see how you feel. So some ideas of this might be if you had a headache right now, you might be thinking to yourself, I have this headache. And so how does that headache feel? Does it feel like a pounding headache? Does it feel like a pressure headache? We're looking for some good terms to describe that headache, not just a headache, but what kind of headache. Or let's say you're feeling stress about a to-do list, stress about an upcoming meeting that you have to talk in, stress about having to put together there's a report that needs to be turned in. Or maybe you're feeling a little bit anxious from a social gathering that you need to attend to later. Feel it in your body. How does that show up? Does that stress show up as pressure? Can you feel it in your shoulders, in your neck, in your stomach? So these descriptor words are really helpful because they help you tune in to that particular issue and really address it by its name. You're getting more clarity as you do this. The next step is to rate it 0 to 10. Where would you place this issue? 10 is high. 0 is like laying on the beach, having a good old time. So where do you lie within that? Do not worry about getting it right. It's just a number that you can identify. It's a way for us to be able to look and say, it was at this number and now it's moved. That's an indicator that we have been on the target, that we are working on the right thing. You'll see that change in that number, that rating, as you do some of this tapping. So for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to use stress. And I might use stress that oftentimes for us can show up as pressure. We feel it in our stomach. For you, it might be, I feel it in my shoulders. That's okay. You just identify where your stress is. I'm going to take you through one round of tapping, focusing on stress. Even if yours is in your neck, it's not in your stomach, that's okay. Use my words anyhow. There's something called borrowed benefits, which means you're going to be focusing on what you've got going on. And that's the important part, is that you are tuned in to what it is you are feeling. So it doesn't matter what my words are. You just kind of focus on what it's like for you. So even if you had a headache right now, you could still use these words, but your focus might be on your headache. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do something called the setup statement. And we make the setup statement on the side of the hand. Remember that karate chop that I talked about earlier? We're going to be tapping on this spot while making a statement. And we make it 3 times here. Now the statement is 2 parts. The first part of it is actually talking about the issue, even though I feel the stress in my stomach. The second part is an affirmation. I accept myself. I love and accept myself. Now, not everybody can feel I love and accept myself, but we want to be accepting. That statement tends to help us neutralize things. We're not at odds with it. We're saying, I have this going on and I'm being accepting of myself. And it helps to give some neutralization for it. So we would make that statement 3 times, and then we'll go through the body points. So go ahead and rate what it is you're rating. We're going to rate the stress. You can rate your headache if you want to. Okay, give it a number. Let's say that it's an 8 right now, that you've got something that's coming up and it's on a deadline, and you are feeling that stress. At an 8, you can feel it in your body. You know what your body feels like in this stress, the pressure of it. Okay, while focusing on it, we're going to start here at the karate chop and just follow my words, echo me. Okay, even though I can feel the stress in my body, showing up in my stomach, I love and accept myself. Even though I'm so stressed, and my body can feel it, especially in my stomach, about this upcoming deadline, I love and accept me. Even though I feel the stress in my stomach, the pressure of this deadline, I'm loving and accepting me now. We're going to take those 2 fingers. We're going to go to the eyebrow. This is where we make what we call a reminder statement. It's just to keep you focused. The stress in my body, the stress in my stomach, the tightness in my stomach from this deadline. I feel the stress about this deadline showing up in my stomach. Under the arms, so much stress in my stomach. Now take a breath. This is just 1 round of tapping. But take that breath and check into your body. We're going to rate it again. Look back and see, where is it now? If it was an 8 to begin with, where is it now? Now, hopefully you find that it is softened, that maybe you have the experience of feeling more room, a little bit more lightness. It may not be a 0 just yet. That we can do more rounds for. You might do another round saying, even though I still have this tension in my stomach, even though I'm still feeling the pressure of this upcoming presentation that I have. You're going to do another round just like we did, okay? And you're going to stop and check, how does it feel? What's the number I would give it now? As long as your numbers are coming down, we know that we are on target, that we are hitting the right thing, and that you are focusing well. Then it's just a matter of continuing to help the body continue to release it by going around again and saying, even though I still have this tension, and we would say that 3 times, I accept myself. And then we would go through those points. I still have this tension, still have this stress, this remaining stress. still the stress in my stomach, the tension in my body, the remaining tension, the remaining pressure, the remaining worry. And then you would take a breath again, and you would measure it again. If it's going down, maybe it's a 4, maybe it's a 2. You can feel more breath, you can feel more openness. The body is helping to release the tension that your mind is causing, thinking about the pressure of that upcoming presentation. So now you've got this release, not only in your mind, but in your body. It's a great stress reliever. It can help with getting to sleep. It can help with little worries. And as you'll see later on, it can work with beliefs, helping to soften and open up some new beliefs that we're going to be acquiring. Thanks. I hope you practice it, play with it. This is Dr. Mary signing out. Thank you.